to a first aid instructional video brought to you by Survival Dads in conjunction with the United Kingdom Survivalist Network. Okay, so today's video is going to be dealing with serious but not catastrophic bleeding to the arm when you are by yourself. So let's say you are out wild camping, or maybe doing some DIY at home, and you have a serious accident, perhaps with an axe, something sharp, or a knife. You know, we're all carrying knives normally when we're doing our bushcraft activities. So for this instance, I will have, like I say, a serious bleed on my arm here, and I'm going to show you what you can do to get yourself to safety and to professional medical help. Okay, so controlling bleeding. A really good thing to remember when you're trying to remember what to do with controlling bleeding is to remember SEEP. S-E-E-P. Now, what does SEEP stand for? SEEP stands for S, sit yourself or the casualty down. When you're losing blood, you can get quite lightheaded and you don't want to fall down and give yourself more injuries. So S for sit or lay. The first E is going to be elevate. So what you want to do, if possible, is to raise the affected limb or area above the heart. This will make some difference in terms of how much blood you actually lose. So the next E is going to be examine. So once you have raised the limb above your heart, once you're sitting down, take a look, make sure there's no nasties in there, make sure there's no foreign objects in there, and just look at what you're dealing with, really. So the next one is going to be P. P stands for pressure. So the first thing you want to do is get a hand and push it over and hold it tight. You want to stop that blood coming out, and you want to apply pressure, getting your body doing what it does best, which is helping your body clot that wound. So sit down, elevate, examine, and pressure. Once you've done that, you can get yourself sorted out where you can dress it properly or get someone else to help you do it. So next we'll move on to how to dress it. Okay, so dressing the wound. What we're going to use? Well, I'm going to be using one of these, which is an Israeli or emergency pressure bandage. These are fantastic. They're starting to get a little bit cheaper now. I definitely recommend that someone has at least one or two of these in their kit. I have one in my leg pouch here, so I'm going to grab it out and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I take my Israeli pressure bandage. This one is already out of the pack. This is one I use for training. Again, I definitely recommend that if you have kit, you train with it. So how do you apply it? So this deserves a video all on its own, really, as to the features of the Israeli pressure bandage. But for now, I'm going to give you a quick run through of how to use it. So, take it out of the pack. You've sat yourself down, you have elevated the injury, you have examined the injury, and you have already applied pressure using your other hand. You have your dressing, now it's time to apply it. So get it ready as much as possible, take your hand away, take your dressing. These have a handy loop here next to the actual absorbent pad there, and you want to put that over your arm like that. Then you can use your leg, for example, hold it down. Then you want to apply this absorbent pad without touching it, really, to the actual wound. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I have my wound now covered. I'm going to use my leg to again apply more pressure. Then I'm going to use the elastic nature of the dressing to really keep that pressure down. So again, keeping that pressure on using my leg, I am now using the dressing going over the actual wound itself and going on either side, making sure I have plenty of pressure pushing down on that injury, trying to restrict the blood flow. So as you can see, my hand's already starting to change colour. These dressings work fantastically well, and there's a reason why military and law enforcement across the world have started using them. Okay, so I've come to the end of my dressing now, and these actually have a special clip, so you can make it nice and neat, so when you get to the hospital you can impress the nurses with your dressing skills. Okay, so that is on there nicely now. The wound is nicely covered and I've got a decent amount of pressure on there. So what we want to do now is check your capillary refresh action, I believe it's called. So you want to take a thumb or a finger, press down, and you'll notice underneath your nail will go white. Release it, and you want that nice pink colour to come back. So that's working. So hopefully this has stopped or at least slowed down the bleeding. If the blood starts to seep through this dressing, you need to apply another one over the top, and if it starts coming through that one, you want to take them both off and redo it, trying to get more pressure on there. So now what? You've got the dressing covered. You're going to need to seek professional medical attention. So how are you going to do that? Okay, so your arm is nicely bandaged up there. You think you've stopped most of the bleeding, but you still need to self-evacuate. Maybe you're feeling a little bit lightheaded due to the amount of blood that you've lost. How are you going to get yourself to help? Well, if you're in the UKSN, which watching this video you might be, normally we carry these. It's a Bofang radio. Now, if you are a UKSN member, you can actually use the UKSN frequency, and if you're camping with other UKSN members, you should be able to get help summoning them with one of these. If not, most people nowadays carry a phone. Get some help. Don't be a hero. Don't necessarily try and walk your way out of the wilderness. If you've got a serious injury, people get paid to come and help you. So as long as it is a genuine emergency, get 999 and get the emergency services to you so you can get yourself patched up. So that's pretty much it. That is how you deal with a serious but not catastrophic bleed to your arm. Any questions, please leave in the comments below. Anything that you'd do differently, again, I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you soon.